Can't we chat? I'm an author, you're an editor. I'm trying to break in, but keep hitting brick walls. You've rejected me twice. What do I have to do to snag your interest?
Do you fish?
Fish? Are you serious?
Well, yes. Snagging my interest is like catching a fish. But first, please don't ask for my opinion and then give me flack about it. That doesn't help your cause.
Sorry. No offense intended. Please, go on.
Before you cast your line, bait your hook. What are you hoping to catch? Are you using the right bait? Who's fishing and why? Do you have a credible, logical story targeted to a specific publisher, a specific line? What is that publisher's preferred format? What is the story's theme? Do you focus on the topic of the novel, and do the story events best depict it? Who are the characters? Are they well motivated? What do they want? What do they stand to lose? Who is their adversary, and why is he or she an adversary?
I get it. Okay, what else?
Cast your line, then watch the splash. In present tense, start out with the conflict hook. When the hook hits the water, it doesn't mess around, it sinks beneath the surface and churns things up. When you start your synopsis, you shouldn't mess around either.
So sink into the conflict at chapter 1, then follow through to the end of the story.
Precisely. Then it would help to crank the reel to take up the slack line and put your net within reach in case you snag the big one.
Quickly establish whom, when, and where.
Yes. Characterize the protagonists and characters through contrast, goals, and motivation, and establish the setting. Begin foreshadowing coming, specific, main events.
What else?
Tap the line to wiggle the lore. Sharpen the focus on characters and events. Depict formidable obstacles that enhance your character's assets. It doesn't take much character to snag seaweed. It takes a lot of character to swim with sharks.
Swim with sharks. Make it bad. Then worse. Got it. Okay then. Is that all it takes?
Not quite. But now you've got a little nibble. Use caution now. Don't jerk back on the rod. Your fish, and my interest, will get away.
Gee, I think I'm lost.
You're moving the plot inevitably forward, expanding on characters' motivations. Learning the habits of the fish and what makes the characters tick. But a nibble isn't a bite. Resolve too much too soon, and you'll ease the tension. A loss of tension equates to a loss of interest, which equates to no sale. So instead...
What? Tell me what?
Hit a reef.
Huh? Hit a reef?
Build on the tension with bigger obstacles. Broaden the conflict gap with characters' wants and obligations. Then the fish bites. Set the hook and struggle. This is the big one. At the point of exhaustion, you're about to give up, but you remember the net you put into place. Grab it now.
So I've got you snagged then?
Almost. Crank the reel, taking in line. Soon, the fish will break the water's surface. Now, tie up all loose ends, resolving the minor conflicts first. And be sure to recognize the character's growth and development. Then, net the fish. All obstacles are resolved and eliminated. The characters achieve their goals, or fail to achieve them, and understand the rationale and obtain fulfillment by reaching a happy or satisfying ending.
That's finally it then. Uh-huh. And I'm supposed to do all this in just a couple pages.
You've snagged my interest, not bought it for life. If you want to keep it, then do all of this in roughly 1 page per 10,000 novel words.
And then what happens?
I'm snagged and satisfied, and you've caught a fish.
Okay. So I do all this and you'll be interested, right?
One more thing. Study up a bit on how to format your manuscript. No pink paper submissions.
No pink? I thought it interjected a little surprise and style.
It does. But it's not the kind of surprise or style you want. I look at 100 or more projects a week. Yours needs to stand out because of the content, not because it's pink.
I see. Hey, thanks. I appreciate the insight.
He heard, But will he listen? Well, maybe he at least won't use green.